Welcome back to another P2P Lending portfolio update, where I will share with you the changes in my portfolio over the past month. As always, this is no investment advice. P2P Lending is risky, and if you don't do your research and monitor the latest events, you may lose your money. In the right column, you can see how the portfolio has changed over the last month. This month's update, I themed around rebalancing. In March, I revisited the major risks on the platforms I am invested in and adjusted my allocation strategy based on each platform's role in my portfolio. Some platforms will represent a stable core of my portfolio with the best chances to preserve capital under stress, while others are there to help increase the yield. When re-evaluating my portfolio allocation, I also consider the latest developments, the platform's communication, and current investment opportunities. The goal is to get the best risk and return ratio while maintaining some degree of moderate liquidity. Starting with Peaberry, which remains the largest position in my portfolio, in March I added additional funds on the platform, though limited loan availability continues to be an issue. My current exposure is spread across Poland, the Philippines, Spain, Lithuania, and South Africa. All loans are backed by a buyback guarantee, though currently only 50% are covered by the group guarantee as well. Going forward, my focus will be to include more primary Aventus loans in order to be fully covered by the group guarantee. All loans perform as expected without any issues. Moving on to Estate Guru, where there was some noteworthy activity the last month. One loan was recovered with no loss of capital, which is a positive development. I also sold two loans on the secondary market, one Finnish loan at 51% discount and one German loan at an 80% discount. Going forward, I will be looking to sell more of my defaulted loans to speed up my exit from Estate Guru. The longer these investments sit on the platform, the more costs accrue, and those are ultimately passed on to investors. On Finton, during my portfolio re-evaluation, I determined that my exposure here was higher than I would like, hence the reduction in allocation this month. The portfolio decrease of nearly 19% reflects this deliberate rebalancing decision. Other than that, withdrawals and interest payouts continue to work without any delays. There are no significant changes to report on Crowdpeer. The platform continues to perform as expected. I currently have a total of 2 defaulted loans in my Crowdpeer portfolio, which represent just 1.8% of my total allocation there, so not really a significant issue at this point. On Lande, the default rate in my portfolio remains relatively low at 3.2%, however, the late status rate has increased to 21%, so it will be interesting to monitor how many of those loans transition to either current or defaulted status in the coming months. I made a small additional deposit to increase my position here. Moving on to Indemo, where there has been no significant progress this month. A few debts have advanced in the recovery pipeline, but there is nothing material to report at this stage. There is nothing to report about my single loan on Income either. It continues to perform as expected. On Afranga, I have started testing the Safe Smart product, which allows a short-term capital commitment of just 3 months. This is a good option to park some funds at an 8% interest rate and a useful tool for investors who want some flexibility without committing for too long. My overall allocation here remains largely stable. I increased my position on Nectaro, investing further into Romanian consumer loans, which continue to perform in line with expectations. Finally, on Triple Dragon Funding, I deposited more funds this month, as the platform currently offers some of the best risk-adjusted returns in the industry. TD Funding saw the largest portfolio increase this month at over 50%, and the interest generated here is growing accordingly. At the end of March, my portfolio value stood at €144,612, representing an increase of 4.19% compared to the previous month. The portfolio generated €1,086 in interest last month, which is a decrease of 16% compared to February, partly reflecting the deliberate rebalancing away from some higher yielding positions and the Estate Guru loan sale taken at a discount. The largest allocations remain in Peaberry and Finton, followed by Afranga, Indemo, and TD Funding, which is growing rapidly. Estate Guru continues to wind down as I accelerate my exit. The portfolio remains diversified across several countries, mainly Poland, Spain, the Czech Republic, and Bulgaria. Most of my loans are longer term, such as commercial real estate loans and rental. The share of discounted debts is about 9%. About 37% of my portfolio is secured by collateral, while the remaining 63% consists of unsecured loans backed by company assets or buyback guarantees. My weighted average interest rate stands at 11.74% with an average investment size of €747 spread across 196 loans in 16 countries. To review the internal return rate for each platform, please visit our portfolio page on P2P Empire. For additional information, you can also access the semi-raw data on buymeacoffee.com, which is available to our members. That's it for this month's portfolio update. If you found this video valuable, hit the like button and subscribe to not miss out on future updates. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.